How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, so you know what that means. We're bringing another recipe to you guys. Another 5-minute Friday. As you can see today, we're going to be making cake. It's going to be a small cake. It's not going to be something huge, but just something to cure the cravings that you're having. It's going to be low calorie. Hopefully it's really good. Really good, because this is my first time trying it as well. So we're going to see how this comes out. Once again, should be really quick, something fun. It'll probably look like a real cake once it's done, so let's get right to the recipe without much more talking and show you guys how to do this. Alright, so in order to make this cake, of course the first ingredient you're gonna need is protein powder, because how else would you make a protein cake without protein powder? We're gonna go with the peanut butter cookie PE Select Protein. We're just gonna do 1 scoop of this. And then you're gonna need some flour. We're gonna use this Bob's Red Mill coconut flour. We're going with this because it has way less carbs and more fiber than regular flour. Third ingredient, is an egg. We're just gonna need 1 egg, throw it in the mix. Next, we're just gonna need 1 serving of this Hershey's Cocoa Natural Unsweetened powder. Then after that, we're just gonna add some of the low-calorie unsweetened vanilla almond milk. We're just gonna add a little bit of this until we get a good consistency. There's not an exact amount. We're probably gonna use like a 1/4 cup. And then finally, we're just gonna use a little bit of vanilla extract just to add a little bit of flavor. And in our bowl, we're just gonna spray it down with a little bit of 0-calorie butter spray so this cake doesn't stick to the bowl. And we are not only making the cake, but we are also making some frosting. Yes, we're gonna put some frosting on this cake so it's not plain. And all we're gonna need is this sugar-free, fat-free white chocolate jello pudding mix. This thing is amazing. We're gonna mix that with this Dannon Light and Fit Greek vanilla yogurt. You guys saw me use this on the smoothie last week, so we're gonna use this again. Mix these two things together and make our frosting. And finally, just for fun, to make it a cake, some sprinkles. Alright guys, so the first ingredient, we're gonna use the coconut flour. We're just gonna use 2 tablespoons of that. So as you can see, we have the scale here to measure everything out exactly. You don't want to go over. And a serving is 14 grams. So we just add that in there. The next thing we need is our cocoa powder. 1 serving, as you can see here, is 5 grams. So we're just gonna take a little bit of this, zero out the scale until we get 5 grams. The next thing you will need is the protein powder. So we just take 1 scoop. The next thing, we're just gonna add some almond milk right here. And we're just gonna add a little bit of this to the mix. And then finally, our egg. Okay, now we're just gonna mix everything together. Oh, hold up. We need this vanilla extract. Actually, I'll just add this once I mix everything together. And yes, I'll just speed up through this process. Before we get finished with this, I forgot 1 ingredient. How can you bake without baking powder? I need to throw that in there, I almost forgot. So we're just gonna do like a teaspoon in there. And then as you can see, the consistency is a little thick, so just keep mixing it. You might have to add a little bit more milk. You might have to add maybe a little bit of water just to get the consistency better. So once it's all good to go, I'll show you guys how it looks. Alright, so after about a minute of mixing, just adding a little bit more milk and a little bit of water, as you can see, the consistency of this is perfect. Not too thick, not too creamy. And now for the next portion, we're just gonna make our frosting mix right here. I'm just gonna throw this into the microwave for about a minute, minute and a half, and let that cool down. And while that's getting ready, we're just gonna go ahead and make our mix right here. Okay, so to make our frosting for this cake, as you guys saw, we just need 1 serving of this Jell-O pudding mix and this whole container of the Greek yogurt. Mix it together for about a minute or 2 until it gets a nice creamy consistency, so you can put it all over the cake, and I'll show you guys how it looks once it's done. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we have our frosting mix. It looks like a little bit of a mess, but it's okay. Just mix everything together. You can see it's really nice and thick. It's not falling off the spoon. We're just going to spread this all over the cake once it is done out of the microwave. So I'm going to show you guys how that came out. Alright guys, so we actually ended up putting in here for 2.5 minutes. The other recipes I've seen put it in there for a minute, but they did not use milk. So we need that milk to completely evaporate. And let's see how this came out. Ooh, that plate is hot, hot. There you go. It is completely cooked. It is sponge like a cake, and we're just gonna check if it's good with this knife. Yep, it is good to go. So now we're just gonna let this cool down for about a minute. Once we're done, we're gonna flip it over onto a plate, add our frosting and the sprinkles, and we'll see how this thing comes out. Look at this, it looks so good. The little tiny cake to cure your cravings. Look at that, it's so good. And I'll have the macros listed on the screen. I believe it's only like 380 calories, 390, which is amazing. Look at this. And now, quickly, we're just gonna cut it, see how it looks. Look at how smooth that cuts through. We're just gonna cut a little piece right here. Boom. Look at that. Look at how good that looks. Alright guys, so here you go. We're gonna have the cake. I'm gonna take a little piece right here. Look at that, smoothly cut through. That came out really good. It's not like cardboard consistency. It's not too creamy. Just the right amount of taste. And like I said, it's not even 400 calories. I'm gonna eat the whole thing because why not? Like I said, it's low calorie. All this cake, it looks amazing. It tastes great. So hopefully, you guys go ahead and try this. I definitely recommend trying this. This is really good. I know at the beginning I said to put it in for a minute, but like I said, since we have the milk, we need it to evaporate. So I ended up doing 2.5 minutes. So that's what you're gonna need to do. Just keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys like this recipe, like the video. Remember, like the video if you like this. Comment, let us know how we're doing. If you want to see more of these, more recipes, we're gonna do these, like I said, every Friday, every other Friday. Subscribe to the channel. Gonna keep on putting more content throughout the year. And yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this cake, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya.